Hello beauties, it's Brittany. Welcome to my channel. I really appreciate you being here and spending time with me and clicking on this video. We're going to be talking about some of my favorite products that I have been using pretty consistently this month. And this month I have some kind of random things that I'm going to throw into the mix, like some food, a book that I'm reading, a podcast I'm listening to. I used to include these kind of random items in my favorites in the past and just kind of stopped doing it along the way, and today I'm including some of those things. But let's start first with the makeup, which you're all probably here for. This palette from BH Cosmetics, this is their Desert Oasis. It has 19 color shadows and highlighters, and it's amazing. The packaging for what you pay for it is exactly what you would think. It's kind of that cardboard material. It does have a mirror, and then the shadows inside are amazing. I have used this a bunch. My friend has this as well, and when she received it, one of her shadows was cracked, but we reached out to customer service and they sent another palette right away. So A+ on the customer service, A+ on the quality of these eyeshadows. I think a few YouTubers talked about this when it was first released, but I feel like it didn't get enough love. It's what I have on my eyes today. I did also use an individual shade from JCat Beauty, so that's what's giving it like the really shiny shine on my eye, but these are super pigmented, and with a little bit of Fix Plus on the eyelid, they can look very foiled. Obviously my favorites are like the mineral shade down at the bottom here, because I love those kind of rosy pink shades, but the mattes in here are really beautiful, blend out super well, and are very pigmented. And these highlighters on the face are stunning, but they can also be used on the eye, so you're getting a nice mix of colors here. You could also use this shade in Canon to bronze or contour. If you really wanted to kind of just use this palette, you could also use Sandstone as a blush. I just think this palette is amazing, and for the price, I definitely think it's worth it. I pulled this concealer back out. I did a video for Valentine's Day where I kind of shopped my stash, used some products I hadn't used in a long time, and this made its way back onto my top shelf. This is the Becca Aqua Luminous Perfecting Concealer. I have the shade Porcelain, and I use this under my eyes. I love this concealer, and if you watched my 2018 favorites, I did kind of gloss over it. I talked about a few others, but this one is definitely a fantastic concealer if you like hydrating concealers. If you have oily skin, probably not the best one for you, but Luminous is in the name, so you probably already ran away. My skin is dry, especially the under eye area, and then like the center of my face, like around my nose and my chin. So this concealer is very hydrating, pretty good with the coverage. I wouldn't say it's full coverage, but I would say it's kind of that fair to medium coverage. You could definitely put a higher intensity concealer on top of this. They do blend well, at least the ones that I've kind of tried to layer on top of it. I think it's just a really great hydrating concealer, perfect for under the eyes, so I wanted to recommend that to you guys. I've been using this gloss a ton without even realizing that I've been using it a ton. This is the Colourpop Ultra Glossy Lip. This was a collaboration with Kathleen Lights, but it's still on the website, and I've seen it on there for a long time now. It's in the shade Moonchild. It's what I have on today. I'm going to put a little more on. I wouldn't say it lasts on the lips super well, but the formula is beautiful. It feels super silky on the lips, and it doesn't have too much stick to it, but the shine is phenomenal. Very high shine, as you can see, and for the price, I think that you really can't beat this. Pigmentation of the shade is really beautiful. It's not too much where it kind of mutes out any color you have underneath, but it does have enough opacity where you can actually see it on the lips. I think it's beautiful. It pairs with everything. Highly recommend. That's actually it for makeup. Let's talk about some skincare items. First of all is a new cleanser that I'm using. This is the ROCHE-POSAY, I'm saying that wrong. For normal to dry skin, this is a hydrating cleanser. It says that it is soap-free, sulfate-free, fragrance-free. It has ceramides, and I've heard that ceramides are really good for your skin. I also really need to start purchasing products that are specifically targeted for dry skin because my skin is very dry. It also says that it is non-comedogenic, and yeah, just a bunch of good stuff. Doesn't have any of that like bad stuff that I think some of us try to avoid in our skincare. I think it was about $14.99 at Target, so not super expensive, but not like as cheap as Neutrogena or Clean and Clear. I'm definitely in a phase with my skin where if I need to, I want to spend a little bit more money to get a product that actually performs. I also like the fact that this foams up just a little bit when you add some water to it. So I do one pump, massage my hands together with some water. It foams up a little bit. I spend about a minute massaging it into my skin. I haven't used this with my Clarisonic yet, but I have used it just with my bare hands, and I really like the results that I'm seeing. My skin doesn't feel very tight after using this, which is something that I have with cleansers a lot because my skin is so dry. So I definitely recommend this. I don't feel like it's helping necessarily with my breakouts, but I feel like it's helping them feel less dry, which in turn just makes my face feel better overall. I highly, highly, highly recommend this moisturizer. Even if you don't have super, super dry skin on your face, I've actually been using this on my hands, but total TMI, I actually had a rash under my arms from a natural deodorant that I'm trying, and I started using this on there because I knew it was working well for my face, and it had helped the irritation super, super fast. It actually says that it's from the National Eczema Association, so there's that. Did I say what it was? I did not. This is the CeraVe Moisturizing Cream. It has 3 essential ceramides. It's for normal to dry skin. It comes in a huge tub. I have seen some people have it with a pump. My Target did not have that one, or else I would have gotten it. It has hyaluronic acid. It's fragrance free. It's gentle on the skin. I stinking love this stuff. I've literally been using it every single night. I can't get enough of it. I will apply it on my face. I will bring it down onto my décolleté. I will use it on my hands, on my elbows, anywhere that is dry. It's about $12.99, I think I remember, at Target. And like I said, mine comes in like the little tub, which is very unhygienic. I have a spatula in there that I use to scoop it out, put it on the back of my hand. So if you see the one with the pump, I definitely recommend getting that one. But I highly recommend this overall. It's been helping with my skin's dehydration. I have very dry skin, especially when we live in a never-ending winter here in the Chicagoland area. But this stuff is really, really great for my dry skin. It also has not been breaking me out. I've been breaking out, but it's definitely not from that. Alex brought this home the other day, and I've been giving it a try and really loving it. It is the Trader Joe's Rose Facial Oil, and there's not really any writing on this container itself. It has a little pump, which I think is very nice because with oils like this, it can get quite messy. I have been adding this into my moisturizer, so the CeraVe. Not every time I've used it, but the last, couple times. And it does leave your face looking a little greasy, so I've been only using it at night, but I need all the hydration I can get. Box also said that you can use it on your hair, and I've done that as well. So one pump is all you need for wherever it is that you're putting it. It's very spreadable, so I'll just do a pump into my hands and then massage my hands together, either press it into my skin, add it into the moisturizer, or add it onto my hair, my elbows, my knees, my cuticles, anywhere that I'm feeling really dry. I love Trader Joe's, and their skincare line is really great, so I just wanted to give that a shout out. Now it's time to get into the random fun bits. A book that I loved in the month of January/February was Light is the New Black by Rebecca Campbell, and if you've been watching my channel, you're probably sick of hearing this, but I am obsessed with this book. I think everybody should read it if you are in a space where you are ready to start getting some self-help in your life. I think she's a beautiful author, and I bookmarked so many pages of this like I did when I talked about it in that recap. I'm just gonna find a page and read a little part to you. There is kind of a little like work your light section at the end of each chapter, and this one, the mantra is, every moment of every day, I'm expecting and welcoming good things. And just think about that for a second. It's so amazing. So if you are in a space where you are willing to start to really think about your life and choices that you've made, or you want to start living your life a little bit different, I highly recommend checking this out. I've also been doing tarot, which I've talked a little bit about. Not a lot of you seem super interested in it, so won't dwell on it too long, but that's definitely been a favorite of mine, and I do have the deck that kind of goes along with Rebecca Campbell's books, so definitely I will have those listed in the information bar below. Let me know if you guys are interested in hearing more, or you don't want me to talk about it anymore. Let's talk about some podcasts. I watched Leanne Says did a video where she did her makeup and talked about podcasts, and so she recommended a ton, and the one that I've been listening to most is Missing Alissa. And Alissa Turner is a young girl who went missing, and it's the case she kind of goes through. You know, if you listen to Serial or if you're interested in true crime, it's done in a very similar format than a lot of those true crime podcasts are done, where it's very investigative, very interview based, and goes back to the moment in the day that the ex-person went missing, and kind of explores what happened afterwards and looks at everybody that might be involved. And in Alissa Turner's case, her stepfather is one of the main suspects, and actually Alissa's sister Sarah is part of this podcast. It's very, very fascinating, and they have access to a lot of information that has not been made public in the past, and I think it's just really great. Definitely highly recommend it. So that would be my true crime recommendation for the month. But Kalyn Nicholson's podcast, Coffee Talk, I'm sure I've talked about it before, but I love her podcast. She's such an inspiration to me, and I love her content, and I think that she's just a really amazing person, a really fantastic person to look up to, so definitely recommend that. And let's talk about some food slash drinks. I drink a lot of coffee, not a lot of coffee. I try to stick with 1 cup a day, but the creamer that I love is the Silk Almond Creamer. This is the sweet and creamy flavor, but they also have like a caramel flavor, which I've tried. I do prefer almond milk. I don't really drink dairy milk, but this flavor is fantastic, and something I love about it most is I have a frother, and it actually froths up. If you drink only almond milk and you like to froth your creamer for your coffee, you know that it could be a struggle to find an almond milk that actually froths up in your frother if you are an avid almond milk drinker. And this Silk Almond Creamer definitely froths up in my machine, and I love it. I also, with the sweet and creamy flavor, have been adding a few dashes of cinnamon, like just cinnamon spice powder, and blending it that way, and that way it has like a little bit of the cinnamon taste and a little bit of the sweet and creamy. I love this. It is lactose free, gluten free, soy free, no saturated fats, cholesterol free, no artificial colors or flavors, and it froths, which is what I love. Speaking of Trader Joe's, I actually saved this container because I wanted to talk to you guys about this, but we've eaten all of the cookies. This is the Trader Joe's Oatmeal Cranberry Dunkers with white fudge drizzle, no preservatives. I love these. This is definitely a new find at Trader Joe's for us. We do a ton of our grocery shopping there. I get my skincare products there. I love them. And these dunkers are so good. Somebody actually requested that I do like a Trader Joe's favorites. If you want to see that, please let me know in the comments down below, because I could talk about all of their products for days and days. Those are my favorites. I hope you guys enjoy, and let me know if you like the incorporation of the weird random little bits in my life, and I hope you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I really appreciate you watching this video and spending some time with me. So thank you, and I will see you very soon in my next one. Bye guys.